a soulmate. Tells him to his pop, baby, I mean it, yes I do. Never had nobody loving me the way you do. Partners are soulmates.
What's up, partners? I'm Not Unique.
And I'm Netta.
And you're watching
Group Partners
the
to Soulmates.
Yeah, you seen the title. They denied our South African visa application.
Yeah, so the last time we updated y'all, we were still in South Africa, and we said that we was gonna come home, we was gonna get straight to it, we was gonna apply. Which we did.
And like we said, as soon as we got back from South Africa, we got straight to business. The Queen took care of the logistics.
We're here in New York
to get our visas. So
straight to it.
Like we had our visa appointment on the 10th
of January. We found out on Monday that our visas were denied after waiting 4 weeks.
Mind you, the other people that we know that apply for the same visa that we apply for, which is the retired person's visa, they got their passports back in 2 weeks. And of course they were accepted. Now we had to wait 4 weeks and had to call just for them to tell us that we got denied.
Yeah, so honestly, we had already started this video, recorded the process of us going to get them, emailing back and forth because they required extra stuff. Like, we recorded the whole process up until it getting denied, us putting in the appeal, talking to the consul, all of that. But it's no need to put it out because, yeah, it's denied. So this is just
we had to go through an appeal, and the appeal takes 4 to 5 months.
Oh y'all, we really don't even know where to start because again, we had made a whole process video about applying for them. We was gonna do our reaction of getting them and all of that. So yeah. Because
in our minds, it was a 2-week turnaround. You dot all your I's, cross all your T's, and you gonna get it. And that's how we had it. Because the reason they denied it was a subjective reason. We went back and forth with the consul, like she said.
Yes, it's subjective. In this case,
knowing full well the cost of living in South Africa is lower.
Right.
Like, you know this already.
Yes, it's low. I agree. Yes, even myself, I make less than that. But I'm South African.
Because it's subjective, right? So you're choosing to give us a hard time. That's why I say it feels as if you're being discriminatory to our age or whatever the case. We make the requirement.
You can appeal so that we can refer it to the higher authority.
Okay.
For a different decision.
So we can start from the very beginning then. So we went on January 10th to apply for our visas in New York, and when we were on the way there, it was a storm in North Carolina. It was like a coastal storm. From the moment we left our house, it started off bumpy for the trip.
Forgetting stuff, the weather, the flight.
Oh, and we first of all we flew in a storm, and it was very bumpy and very scary. And I already don't like flights or like flying, so it was like very intense for me. I was crying and praying.
But I did get lightheaded. It was that bad. Like, I'll be chilling, but yeah, it was too much up and down like a roller coaster.
Yeah. So that was like the first like mishap. It was like stuff was just happening back to back, and we're gonna talk about that. But that was the first thing. What happened next?
Then she got sick on the way back from getting our at the appointment we were getting a little bit of age discrimination because they were questioning like what we were gonna do out there for work, why I was deciding to retire so quote unquote early, and yeah, so and they were just asking these questions that really didn't have anything to do with my application. We had everything we needed for the application. Those were just personal questions they wanted to know.
They even asked for us to write a motivational letter so that we could be considered for the visa.
And the people we know said that they didn't have to do anything like that.
Nobody, yeah.
And then a week later, we emailed to ask how long the process would take. She told us 2 to 4 weeks. And then that next day, she emailed back and was pretty much asking for how I'm getting the money and if it's going to be permanent and temporary and all this other stuff that is extra again.
Don't have nothing to do with it. So basically, as far as money and the retirement visa,
it just didn't make sense to her.
Yeah. Stop it. So yeah, as far as like money and a retirement visa and how we are able to apply for the retirement visa, he was in the military, the United States military, so he gets not a retirement check because he's not retired, but a check from disability. So that could be considered retirement as far as the South African visa. And there's no age requirement. You could be however age, as long as you have a monthly amount of money, which is 37,000 rand per month, you can apply for the retirement visa. So that's how we were able to apply for it. But as far as getting denied, they were asking for a bunch of stuff. It was a bunch of age discrimination, like he said.
But the reason for the denial, come to find out after speaking to the consul himself, was because we didn't make enough money, in his words. And he said that this decision can be subjectable regardless of what the requirements are, which is the 37,000 rand. And we passed that, we make more than that.
Right.
And he said that he wanted to see more, pretty much. Like, it wasn't enough for him, for us to go out there.
A family of 4, he said that it wasn't enough.
Even though he's well aware of the difference in cost of living and how it's very doable to live with way less than even just the requirement. And he acknowledged that on the phone with us, but he still was remaining strong in whatever he decided already.
Yeah, and it really had a lot to do with the lady who took our information.
Most definitely.
She was very biased towards the situation.
She thought that, you know, a lot of things were what it wasn't, and I believe she definitely persuaded his decision. It wasn't just a, oh, I see these numbers, but I want more, so I'm gonna deny them. Yeah,
basically. So yeah, well, that's that. Again, going back, we had to travel in a storm. I was going the way back. Well, there they asked for extra stuff. I ended up getting sick. We came back. Our car stopped working.
My
phone broke.
So I ain't go to work when I came back. But everything worked out how it was supposed to. Yeah. Right now, like we're starting to see why things happen the way it is, but the whole time things just been happening back to back. But we were well aware of what we're gonna get into when we say we're leaving America to go to Africa. We're not talking about Europe, we're saying Africa.
Yeah, and like we're doing something so monumental that stuff is gonna happen. Like when you break in curses,
for the bloodline, this for the bloodline, we unlocking something.
Yeah.
Something powerful.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. We spoke with the consul. He told us his reasoning, and we basically had to put in an appeal. But the appeal takes 4 to 5 months because they have to send it to South Africa in order for them to consider us for the visa.
Which, according to the immigration company themselves, they were saying that if your case is something simple, which was just like a misunderstanding or a quote-unquote subjectable decision, it could be faster than, it could be sooner than later.
Yeah. So at first, like, I was like sad and kind of angry about the whole situation, but like I feel like hours later after finding out, like I became more okay with it. It is what it is. Everything happened for a reason, and we just gonna continue to move like we've been moving, and knowing that we're going to be living in South Africa in 2024, and it's going to happen. If it's not going to happen the time that we want, so be it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, this house still getting sold. This is probably the only real piece of furniture we got left. This and our bed set.
Couch, yeah.
And yeah, somebody's coming to look at the house today. Like we're still going to move forward with everything. If anything, it'll probably push things back probably about a month, maybe 2. Because we planned on leaving end of May anyway after her Earth Strong, which is May 26th.
Yavi. It's going to continue to go as planned, how we planned it before even applying for our visa.
This was a recent decision to move this soon. We always wanted to go to Africa maybe like 5 years from now, but to go right now is just divine timing.
Within a year, within the same like year block.
Yeah, it was just guidance from the Most High. It's working out the way it's supposed to, so we're coming.
We're coming in 2024. We will be there.
Yeah, before these next elections.
Yes.
Thank y'all for watching this video. If you made it this far, give this video a thumbs up. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Bye.